What's going on, everybody? This is the comments section. Gracie Folden 2359. What's happening? Hold your. This is on the comments section. Video number 1. Hold your fire isn't an era. It's more of an error. Oh, and I love Grace Under Pressure, Power Windows, and Presto. Awesome. Yeah, basically, it's an error. That's right. All right. Rush Secret Touch. Richie Rich 398. What's happening? Only the Barbies can hear Alex sing. That's hilarious. I love that. I love that. Only the Barbies can hear Alex sing. Fantastic. Comment section. Too many things on my mind. What's happening? Kardashian style. You mean they had butt implants? Because we were talking about in the first one, someone made a comment that they had work done, right? We know because JPan reads email, and please do keep reading it with this new comment section idea. I don't know what you're talking about off the top of my head when you say that. And yeah, I thought she looked, yeah, my wife. I basically cut this because of that bottom comment, but I just kept the whole thing. Anyways, yeah, Kardashian style. Did they have butt implants? Probably not. All right. Dreamline. Mark BE9MQ. What's happening? I've noticed it, questioned it, and had thought he was singing, but the voice was fully modulated to match the track. Good questions are good for Catholics and Rush fans. Yes, this is the whole Alex singing that was apparently my rant on the Dreamline video. Not to be a dead horse. All right, Rush Dreamline. Gina Marandino 6451. What's happening? Justin, I'm with you. My first concert was Counterparts, and I didn't know much about Rush at all, and I was dragged there by my boyfriend's best friend at the time, meaning not her current husband. Meaning, that's what I'm getting. I'm messing around. All the way through the concert, I kept saying, where's the fourth band member? I hear things, but I don't see them being played. They kept assuring me, no, they're the ones doing it, and then I found out later about the triggers, and it made more sense to me, but that whole concert baffled the crap out of me. I mean, honestly, like, as a first time, and this is why I cut this comment out, because you're literally giving a first impression of this band from a concert perspective, right? I haven't seen them in concert, like live. I've only heard them and seen videos of them. And I'm like, I can't not see or hear or think that. You know, from all that, because I'm like, where's this sound coming from? Where's this coming from? I mean, now I get it, okay. But at first, it doesn't make sense. You're just like, and there are some people that it doesn't even compute. Doesn't matter, you know, I mean, there's tone deaf people in the world, you know, so there's a lot of people that that's not the part that matters. And especially nowadays, it's really like, does it really matter? People, all kinds of bands are playing at backing tracks and things like that, and playing to a click is normal, and miming is normal, right? Not playing, just being on stage and miming. I've done all that, right? It's weird, especially as somebody that can play. I don't really like that, but you know, like for those kinds of gigs and they're paying you, it's like, okay, yeah, for that, I'll do it. Like, can I, like, what they did, I did one of those gigs one time, and it was like we were playing big theaters, and they just needed everything to be perfect, and like the recording, and they thought that that's what their audience wanted. Their audience wanted the recording, basically, so that's what they gave them, and I thought it was weird, but basically we were in the mix, but we were lower than the recording. Whatever, still got paid. All right, good cover, bad cover. Dreamweaver. Paul Riopel 2962. What's happening? Sounds like Gary Wright put the cover song in a blender. You don't like Crowbar? Yeah, I figured this is pretty. There was somebody that Obelisk, I think it was really liked it, and then I turned him on to Planets Collide, and he liked that. So I'm like, yeah, I'm telling you, that New Orleans sound, that whole sludge thing, it's fucking awesome. It's awesome. I mean, I get it's not for everybody. That stuff isn't like intensely popular. Like, not everybody likes Crowbar or I Hate God. I get it, but I like it. I think it's really cool. I think it's cool. I dig it. All right. Dreamline, Alberto 1965 BR, what's happening? Being Rush fan, my favorite band, I completely understand your questions and I agree with most of them. Yeah, I mean, I just can't. It's hard to see it and hear it and not have questions. It's hard, for me. All right. Droopy of the Northwest Mounted, what's happening? Dreamline, pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. Sometimes knowing the trick kills the magic. Yeah, I mean, I had teachers at college who were kind of warning about, like, you're not going to enjoy music the same way. Like, it's not the same. Like, you may love music. And look, I would actually say for me, I think it depends, actually. Because I still like and get excited by music. I do. So it's not fully for me. But in a way, I get it. Because you start to take things more seriously. And music is music, right? It's not really... I mean, Rush took things seriously, even though they're goofballs or whatever. But, you know, do you get what I'm trying to say? It's kind of a tough thing. This is why they say keep your hobbies, and your profession something. Like, don't... There are those people who are like, don't make your passion your business because it ruins it, right? There's those people, and I totally get that. I do get it. I don't think that's what... I don't think I'm there. I don't think that's me, actually. But for me, it's different things. It's more like... For me, it's different things. Anyways. Rush Streamline, Gary Lagstrom, the infamous, what's happening? We are young, 74 to 82, wandering the face of the earth, realizing we're only young for a limited time, including Ged's high vocals. He was made for the comment section, even though he tried to fight me about it. No, I don't want to be on the comment section. Yeah, well, tough. Stop making all those comments. You know what you're doing. You're doing it on purpose. It's fine. All right, good cover, bad cover, Dreamweaver. Daniel Wolski 873. What's happening? The Crowbar version should be called Nightmare Weaver. I like that. That's funny. All right. Dreamline, Patrick Dillon 5965. What's happening? Alex told me to respond blah 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 to the backing tracks debate. Yes. All right. Taken. Point taken. Wow, we are flying through. I have less to say. That's what it is. We are flying through this. Last one. Sorry, I had to take a photo of this one from my phone to the computer. So this is me taking a photo of the computer. Really stupid, right? But the comment was so long I couldn't screenshot it on my phone, you know, because I had to scroll. Anyways, Catskills. What's going on? As far as this is Dreamline. As far as this song, it was a great return for Rush at that time. I remember hearing the single on the radio before the album came out, KLOS, of course. Musically, it was still in a presto direction. Lyrically, it felt a little like Signals and some of the mid-'80s songs, Middletown Dreams. And Neil's drumming was straightforward, crisp, pounding, and still ripping out imaginative, precise fills. I believe he was at his top drumming game at this album. Okay? Even the crappy songs had inspiring drumming. So it's a letdown to hear songs like this one performed live in later years. I have a bigger problem than Ged's voice in the later concert videos. I pulled this out because I thought this was a very interesting point and discussion. I'm one of those who grieved Neil's drumming transformation starting in the mid-90s. The intensity diminished and he let off on the Neil way of doing things. I don't know how much you've read up on Neil's drumming education in the last couple of decades, but that whole thing about an old school jazz teacher teaching Neil go for this looser, less stiff approach to the drums just ruined it, at least for me. I haven't read or whatever, but I know that he had, what was that guy's name? Franz Gruber and also Peter Erskine, right? Yeah, I know they like studied with them, but that's all I know, right? I haven't like dug any, and he did that whole swing thing, which, I mean, listen, good for him. Good. The guy, I commend that he's playing drums at the level he was playing at, and he's still practicing and studying. I think that that's incredible. Totally incredible. But that could cause him to change things, because that's just what it is. Here's the thing. Sorry, I'm not even done reading this. I'll get back to it. But here's the thing. The real answers to music, like the real answers, are in the recordings. End of discussion. The real answers are in the recordings. And there's more technology and more crap today to be able to get it out of the recordings. We have isolated tracks. We have all kinds of stuff like that. We can literally slow down like crazy. You know, like everybody, like you guys' age are all talking about like dropping the needle and things like that. Like, and it had to be that speed, or there was different weird techniques to like slow it down or whatever. You like put a rock on the disc or some shit. I don't even know. Anyways, you know. And then when I was in college, they came out with that Tascam had a CD player that could slow things down. It could also take out the bass. They had one where they could take out the bass and they could take out the vocals. Does anybody remember? Seth, maybe you remember those, or somebody? So I had one of those, and then they had a digital one, like where it was like MP3s. So, and I used the crap out of that CD one. I used the crap out of it to transcribe, because the answer's there. If you want to learn how, and at the time I was trying to learn how walking bass. I was not good at. I didn't get it. I wasn't playing the right notes. I just wasn't doing the right thing. And how I got better at it was transcribing walking bass lines. That's it. The answer's all there. And I had books also that I still have of just walking bass lines that I would read through it, and I would just read through it and read through it and read through it, and eventually it just like gets in you. From transcribing and reading and practicing all that stuff, it just gets in you. But the answer is always in the recordings. A teacher can guide you. They can teach you and show you things or whatever, but it's mostly guiding, right? Like showing you where to get the answer. The student has to always... The best thing a student can learn is figure out how to find the answer that they're looking for. That's like what being a good student is, to me. Is like always just being able to research yourself and find the answer yourself, like find it. And sometimes that does mean asking somebody, but you get what I'm saying. Okay, anyways. Whole thing about an old school jazz teacher, right. Just an example, you can find live clips of this same song from 1992 and 94 to compare to 2007. This is very interesting. I would like other people to comment if they're, about this, because this is a super interesting conversation. In the 92 and 94 era, Neil is on top of the beat like a mofo, driving the song forward like a locomotive. In this version, he's subtly but constantly dragging it down. It's subtle, but it makes a difference to the listener when the energetic drive isn't the same. I totally agree with that in terms of what it does. I'm not agreeing in terms of comparing Neil to Neil 92, 94 to 2007, because I haven't done that. But in terms of the effects of where you're placing the beat and how it moves and changes the music, you're absolutely correct. One of the last bands that I played in, there was a main drummer and there was some subs, and one of the subs was like the first call sub basically. And the main drummer was great because they were all great. What I'm trying to say about this is one of the drummers played more, his tendency was more like behind the beat a little bit more like, and most drummers are like this. They're either like on the drag side or on the speed up side. Like I've played with them all, right? The drag side or the speed up side. And one of the guys was on the drag side and one of the guys was on the speed up side. And I had to like explain things because I was the old guy, right? The experienced musician in the group, and be like, okay, here's what's going on here. Here's the things about both of these players, and it just is what it is. Like this guy plays like this guy plays like this, and what do you want? What does this music call for more so of? Someone where their tendency is to maybe be a little bit on, because some genres and some styles of music, playing behind Matt makes sense, and in some playing on the quicker side makes sense. So it all depends. But yeah, you're totally right. And I hope that people comment about this because I think it's a really interesting conversation. Hopefully drummers comment on it specifically because, yeah, I'm not in the position right now to go back and forth on Dreamline 92 to 94 to 2007. I'm not going to do that right now. But hopefully other people do. Hopefully other people do because I do think that it's the whole reason why I pulled this comment out. I think it's very interesting. Awesome. All right. There's the comment section for now. Thank you guys. I'll catch you in the next video.